Okay, we're going to try this again. Give me 1 second. Let me just check, make sure we're going live. Sorry guys, just bear with me. See if we could fix the audio and at least get some information out there while we do some testing for 707 Streetcars. Trying to help them go live. Alright, let me just get a window up so I can see what's actually happening. We're going to mute that. And we should be good. Looks like we're live. Okay, so what I wanted to get out to you guys. Mafia heard this many times today because I was excited about this. This was kind of cool. But I wanted to get some information out to you guys about battery maintenance. We all run Lipos. Even if you're a basher, it doesn't matter what you're doing. As long as if you have a Lipo in your vehicle, you need to do maintenance after you run the car or whatever the vehicle is. I always take my batteries home after I run and I put them at storage voltage, which is 3.8 volts per cell. And I have I have 5 Lipos now. I have 2 6-cell packs that I run in my boat, and then I have 3. Actually, I have 4 2-cell packs that I run in my cars. But I always put them at storage voltage. Here's the kicker: 14 years ago, I used to race this truck. This is an Associated T4. I'll get back a little bit so you can see it. I just recently threw this back together just to play around in the street and have some fun at the beach with the guys while we're running the boats in between runs, just to have something to play with. Everybody seems to be bringing their cars, their planes, their boats, everything on Sundays now. So I wanted to have something to run. And then we're also building, get the fingers right, that, which is a no prep car. So just trying to get back into the car thing and figure things out and play around with gearing and stuff, trying to figure out some things with the truck and try to translate it a little bit to a no prep car. I know they're two different animals, but trying to get my head wrapped around car and suspension and what it does again. Like I said, I last ran that truck 14 years ago. And then if you look here, this battery right here was the battery I ran 14 years ago in that truck. And I quit racing. Had an incident that I'm not going to talk about, but kind of aggravated me. My son and I were racing at the time. His T4 is sitting over there as well. But this battery, I came home from the track, put it at storage voltage, and put it in a box, put it in an ammo can, and haven't touched it in 14 years. Last night, I was playing around. I was wiring up some wire harnesses for the no prep car and a couple buddies, and I had a couple extra pieces. So I figured I would build a harness for this one and set up the wire harness for this. Sorry, I got people messaging me on the Facebook here while I'm doing live, but he's trying to help me with my audio. I just did a test. The real reason we're going live is to prove that we can go live for 707 Streetcars. They're trying to set up their live YouTube channel, and I'm trying to help them out. But the trick, let me get to the battery real quick. This battery had been sitting in an ammo can for 14 years at 3.74 volts per cell. I threw it on the charger last night and charged it, and everything came up fine. I was prepping the boat, so I was in here for 10 hours yesterday. I charged this thing at 2C and didn't do anything else with it. Just charged it real low, and I was surprised it took a charge. I checked it every couple of minutes, make sure it wasn't getting warm, making sure it wasn't swelling or anything, and it charged all the way up to 4.2 volts per cell. I discharged it immediately after and brought it down to 3.6 volts per cell. I wasn't going to run it today because I'm kind of scared of it because it had been sitting for so long. I decided last minute last night we're going to throw a charge in it, throw it in the T4, and if it bursts into flames, it'd make a pretty cool picture. If it ran great, we got another battery. So I charged it up last night, put it in the ammo can with the rest of the batteries. We went out to the beach today to run the boats and ran my boat for a little bit, and it was really windy and choppy and people were breaking boats and stuff. I decided to pull the boat in. She took a little damage, unfortunately. But then threw this pack in the truck, and my stepson and my friend Howard and my friend Jerry, we all took our cars out and just ripped around the beach while the rest of the guys were playing with their boats and going out to retrieve them because they kept flipping, and Al kept breaking his boat. He got to the point where he stayed in the recovery boat and drove from the recovery boat. Sorry if you're gonna hear some noise. The fans are kicking in on the charger. I'm actually charging one of that pack back up to storage voltage. Normally I do a Lipo bag, but because of the way I'm doing things right now with the video, and there's just not enough room here to do what I need to do. So we're doing it without it. But it ran great. I was excited. Everybody in the Mafia, in the RC Mafia, knows that battery did great because I was excited. I told everybody, I probably told them 4, 5, 15 times that that battery's 14 years old, came back to life, and is running. So, but I was amazed. And the point is, when you're done running your battery, put it at storage voltage. Don't leave it charged fully. Don't leave it discharged fully. Put it at 3.8 volts per cell, and it can sit forever. I usually check them. Other than that one battery, I check all my batteries every 6 months if they're sitting and not being used. Like I said, some of these batteries. This is my 6L pack for my boat. One of 2 6L packs that go in my boat. I check them every 2 months. I'll put them on the charger. I'll charge them up, discharge them, and I'll bring them back to storage just to get a cycle in them. And these batteries are still low resistance. They're like 3.2 resistance per cell, and they always run great. These are 5000 6S batteries, and they're 100C. And they never have a problem with those batteries, and they run forever. So point is, take care of yourselves. Don't. It doesn't matter if you're flying, you're running a boat, you're running a car, you're bashing around in the backyard with your X-Max or whatever car you have, your T4. When you're done, enough time so that you can put your batteries back to storage voltage. And then I always store them in an ammo can. I don't know what I do with my ammo cans right now. This is what we store the car batteries in. You can find these just about anywhere. Army, Navy store, military surplus store, flea markets. We actually have a guy that sets up on the highway over here, and every Sunday he unloads a trailer full of ammo cans, different sizes, from everything from 2 foot wide to 36 inches long, down to that little tiny thing, to even smaller little cans. And he sells them fairly cheap. So I usually will make the trip out there. He's about 10 miles down the road from me. He sets up on a corner, and he has his little SUV and a trailer, and displays his military surplus ammo cans. So when I need one, I run over there and grab one. But I always, like I said, storage voltage, throw it in the ammo can, let it sit. If it's going to sit for a long period of time, like the boat batteries, they sit for 6 months out of the year. They don't get used because it's just too cold out there. You know, lakes are frozen over, whatever, in my area. So every 2 months, I take them out, I cycle them on the charger, and then put them back to storage voltage. And so far, I've had these batteries for 3 years and never had a problem with them. So just wanted to put that info out there. This is for a proof of concept for 707 Streetcars. I think I fixed my audio issue now. But as you can see, we can have different views in the software that I'm using right now. Contact me, Randy. I will show you how to do this. I have multiple cameras set up right now, and I can actually show you the rear view camera of what my laptop was looking at. Another cool thing we can show is that someday. That's my lighting controller, which runs my workbench. I can show you that, guys. That's actually kind of cool. My whole workbench runs off of that. Everything's push button, so if I need a specific charger started up, I can hit one button, or I can hit a sequence button, which will start all the outlets that are in that sequence. So I can have a button that will start all my chargers up. And actually, I'm not showing you it. Hold on, because it's in preview and it's not. Here's I'm sorry. Here's the lighting controller. So I have things on push button on my bench here, and I have my overhead LED light turned off because it's just bugging the crap out of the lights. But let's see. I'm going to turn off the webcam, turn on the front cam, turn off the rear cam, transition. And you're back looking at my ugly mug. This software is really cool, Randy. Allows you to go live to YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, I think Instagram, all at the same time from the same feed. So you can go live to pretty much all the mediums that will let you do live video. And then you can, the other thing is you can have multiple webcams set up for your show, like one focusing on the cars, one focusing on the people, and then you can have one focusing on the dyno, showing us your secrets. But this is what we can do for you. Give me a call. All of it's free except for the webcams and the laptop, obviously. But I can hook you up and show you how to do it and walk you through how to do it. And we'll get you guys looking really professional. And you owe me a 2-second car for this. Talk to you guys later. Bye.